Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Back to throw, it's Lagway. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got the back over the middle. Stumbled to the ground.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gators in the hurry up. Might be changing the route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what...
Wide open, he makes the catch. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Line getting set on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to buy time. With the catch, it's Wilson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
That's reeled in. It's Wilson. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Forced out of the pocket. Going for 6. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. It's complete to the right. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Booth. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab down the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Excellent pass by the back on the option. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Got it behind the line, it's Ball. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He's got it down the left side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Ball. Got a little space. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Gators! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gives it on the option. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Going with the ground game left. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll finish the line and the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Shapen. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Dumps it to the back. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Fires left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw it. Got him downfield. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his back in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Lagway, using his legs to buy some time. Fires on the move. Or did he find a hole in the defense? How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Fires downfield. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. They don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually make.
Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Hawkins. Snares it outside, it's Lagway. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Bringing it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressure on the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls.
Breaks into the open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Gators trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap. They've been making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Shakes off the defender. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go.
He'll try to take it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And the offense defense is so lucky. That easily could have been a massive turnover in the end zone, but Johnny on the spot, able to pounce on it, and the end result is what they were hoping for anyway. It's a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to pass, it's Shapen. Finds his man, it's Traore. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Fires to the right. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. On 4th down, looking to pass. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Ball. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he is piling up the touchdowns in this one. Remember, Tebow put a 55 spot up on the board, and Warfel knew how to find the end zone, too.
Yeah, tons of guys have known how to do that when they've worn the blue and orange, but this offense is really cooking, balanced around him. He can do it all. When you can run like this and throw the football, just put so much pressure on defenses, it's an absolute nightmare.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Traore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground.
He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Catch in the middle, it's Evans. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught over the middle. It's Traore. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Back to throw. It's Shapen. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's thrown another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. Looking to fire. Now sliding to his left. Finds a crease at the 20. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Buys a little time with his feet. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And they get him down. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This, it'll be a wrap. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Florida.
Ready? Easton. Blue side east.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Dances away. Rolling right and going deep. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put